Good morning everyone. I'm Simran Kaur, your science teacher from Shiv Jyoti Educational Group, and today we will be learning chapter 7, which is weather, climate and adaptations of animals to climate. The topics which we will cover are introduction of the chapter, what is weather, climate and adaptation of animals. Now, if you watch cricket matches, then you must have known that before the game starts, commentators or experts discuss the weather of that day. So, many of the daily activities are dependent on weather. Before planning something, we check for the weather of that day, then only we plan, like the rainy season is going on. Suppose you have planned a picnic. So before going out, you check for the weather of that day, whether it is sunny, cloudy, rainy, okay? So like this is sunny weather, cloudy, stormy, raining. So many activities are dependent on weather of the day. So what is the meaning of weather? The day-to-day conditions of the atmosphere at a place with respect to the temperature, humidity, rainfall, wind speed, etc. is called the weather of that place. Means it is the condition of the atmosphere. Condition means, condition includes the temperature of the atmosphere. Temperature is the heat, the sun's heat which we receive. Humidity means the amount of water vapor which is present in our atmosphere. Weather of a place is never constant, means it keeps on changing. If suppose in the early morning, if it is sunny day, it might rain in the evening. So it can change drastically. So it is never constant. It changes day after day and week after week. Weather reports. Like you people have seen exam reports, okay? Who prepare your exam reports? We, your teachers. And in that report, what do we mention about your marks, your performance all over the year which you have performed? Similarly, we make weather reports. Who make the weather reports? Weather reports are prepared by the meteorological department of the government. Like your exam reports are prepared by us, your teachers. And the department collects data on temperature, rainfall, wind, etc. and makes the weather prediction. In the newspaper also, if you have seen weather reports, the forecast is there of 7 days, of upcoming 7 days, that if on Monday the temperature is 31 degrees Celsius and the day is sunny, then on Friday it can be rainy. Here is a list of elements of weather, means the elements which define weather of the atmosphere. Elements are temperature, humidity, rainfall and wind. Let's discuss it one by one. Temperature. What is temperature? Temperature is the heat which we get from the sun. Minimum temperature of the day is in early morning, and the maximum temperature of day is achieved at afternoon. And this minimum and maximum temperatures are recorded with the help of thermometer known as maximum minimum thermometer, and it looks like this. One side measures maximum temperature and other side measures minimum temperature. Then is humidity, amount of water vapor present in air. In this image you can see the dry weather is there, and you can see in the circle only 2 dots are present which represents the water vapor. And here you can see so many water vapor are present. That means the weather of that region is wet. So humidity is the amount of water vapor. Relative humidity is measured with the help of an instrument known as hygrometer. Looks like this. It measures the humidity of our environment. Then rainfall. Like we measure temperature of our surroundings. Similarly, we can measure the amount of rainfall, and it is collected in a rain gauge. If you have heard that it was 2 mm of rainfall that day or 3 mm, so we measure rainfall with the help of this rain gauge. Then wind. The sun's heat produces wind. What is wind? The flow of air, and it occurs because of the uneven heating of land and water. So the sun's heat produces wind, and it is measured with the help of an instrument called anemometer. Okay, now you got what is weather. Now the second term is climate. Climate describes a region's weather conditions over a long period of time, or you can say about 25 years. Means it sustains there for a longer period of time. And in that case of weather, we discussed that it changes day to day or week to week. But the climate of any region sustains there for longer period of time, for an average of 25 years. The distance from the equator or landscape influence the climate of a region. You see, this is equator. The region which is near to the equator, they are comparatively hotter because the equator part of earth receives maximum sun heat. As we move further, the climate of region, the temperature of region starts decreasing and we get the cooler climate. And landscape, the hilly region or the region having mountains, hills, they are comparatively cooler as the low-lying area, low-lying region. Now climate and adaptation. You know that climate may be very harsh for some animals, so they adapt the climate. Means they adapt the climate and they are able to survive that climate. So the climate of a place can affect the living organism of that area. The animals living in a particular region adapt themselves so that they can survive the climatic conditions of that place. Let's talk about hot and dry climate. Hot and dry climate, the region which are near to equator, they are hot, and dry because they receive very low rainfall. So that's why they have hot and dry climate. Animals, the animals which are present in this region are adapted to conserve water. They save water, and why do they do so? Because the climate is dry. They need more water. Animals that live in desert are nocturnal. Nocturnal means they sleep during the day and they are awake and active during night time because nights are cooler comparatively to the day. Snakes, salamanders, tortoise go into summer sleep. During summer, temperature is very high. They cannot survive that temperature, so they go into summer sleep, and this summer sleep is also known as estivation. Next, desert animals excrete concentrated urine to reduce the loss of water. You know that in deserts, water is not present there. It is very rare. So they need to conserve water. Camels have wide feet that help them to walk on sand. Camels are also known as sheep of desert. Hump of camel is reservoir of fat and water is stored in blood. This part is known as hump of camel and it is reservoir of fat. Camel can survive with no food and water for so many days because fat and water is stored in their bodies. Next is tropical rainforest, the region which has hot and wet climate. Hot because it is near to equator and wet because it receives very heavy rainfall. It is located around equator and receives heavy rainfall. Climatic conditions support enormous number and variety of animals like monkeys, gorillas, lions, tigers, birds, insects. It supports the variety of organism there because this type of climate is suitable for their survival. Red-eyed frog has sticky pads on its feet that help it to climb on the tree. This is red-eyed frog. It has sticky pads, means sticky feet. It helps in to climb the tree. Monkeys have long tails for grasping branches of the tree. Monkeys have long tails and long hands, so it can grasp, it can climb from tree to another tree. It can jump from one tree to another easily. Toucan, a tropical bird, have a long, large beak which helps it to reach the fruits of weak branches. Some branches are very weak, those branches cannot support the weight of this bird. So it has long beak, and with the help of this beak, it can catch that fruit. Next, elephants have trunk which helps in picking up of food and provides good sense of smell. Like in case of humans, by which body part do you pick up your food? With the help of your hands. Similarly, elephants pick food with their trunk. Tusks of elephants are modified teeth that help in tearing of bark of trees. These two, white, these are tusks of elephant which helps in breaking or tearing the bark of the tree, which is their favorite food. Elephants have large ears that help them to hear the soft sounds and help to radiate out the heat from the body. Like we human beings, we do show sweating during summertime because it maintains our body temperature. Similarly, elephants have large ears which helps in radiating the heat from their body, and they can hear the very soft sounds, very feeble sounds. Next animal is the lion-tailed macaque or beard ape. It feeds on insects which is present under the bark of trees. That was about tropical region. Now next is polar region. It is very cold because it is present very far from the equator. So this region has extreme cold climate and is covered with snow. Animals that live in cold areas have two thick layers of fur and a layer of fat beneath under their skin. Means it acts as the insulating layer for them. Insulating means they do not conduct the heat from their body. So the heat, which is the body heat, is trapped beneath the layer of fur and fat. Animals like polar bear, penguins, Arctic hares have white or light colored fur which helps them to blend with their surrounding. Like the color of snow is white and the color of their fur is also white. So it prevents from the humans which go there to kill them. So it helps in blending with the environment. Arctic fox grows a white coat in winter and brown coat in summer, again to blend with the surrounding. Because during summer the snow melts. Polar bears have wide and large paws that help in swimming underwater and also helps to walk on snow. Or you can see it is amphibian. It can swim underwater and it can walk on snow with the help of wide and large paws. If it is visible, you can see it has very large and wide paws. Penguins have streamlined body and are good swimmers. You can see this black and white cute animal. It has streamlined body. Streamlined body means the shape of body is like fish, if you can see in this image. It can cut the stream of water very easily with the help of this streamlined body. And they are also amphibian, they can swim and they can walk on land. Birds cannot survive in cold climate for long duration, so they migrate to warmer region and come back after the winter is over. Now few birds are not capable of adapting that type of climate. Suppose the birds which are living in the cold climate, let's say polar regions, they are not able to adapt the cooler period of that the region. So they migrate, means they move from that cooler region, the cold region, to the warmer region to survive, and that process is known as migration. Siberian crane comes to Bharatpur in Rajasthan and Sultanpur in Haryana from Siberia. Siberia it has cold climate. So the Siberian crane, it is not able to adapt that colder climate. So it shows migration, and during winter time it come to Rajasthan and Sultanpur in Haryana. If you know that there is bird sanctuary also, and so many visitors go there to see this Siberian crane, which shows migration from Siberia to Rajasthan and Haryana. So that was all about climate and weather and adaptation of animals to climate. I hope you understood the chapter well. Thank you for watching.